So that was lovely, and I really appreciated every moment of this talk because it came right from here. Yeah, mind speaks into the mind, but heart speaks into a heart. Yes or no? Yes. So can we just hear once again for Anil? And as I was going through, I was taking some notes. So he spoke about, no, don't talk in the class. And I was unfortunate, to be part of an education system that labeled me as average. Yeah, but the truth be told, I was a victim of a below average education system. Yeah, just imagine, when this free time, your teacher says, put your head, on the and don't speak to your neighbor. Today, we can't survive if you don't talk. Yes or no? Yes. Some of you are carrying that effect from the past. इसके लिए जब networking का time रहता है ना, तो ऐसे ही बैठोगे. कि teacher ने बोला था, yeah, and you don't know that how it's affecting our day-to-day life. Prepare for a yes and also for a no. I think that is a big lesson. Yeah, we all like to hear a yes, but the moment you hear a no, वो जाता किधर है मालूम है? What everybody do? एकदम यहाँ लगता है. Yeah, and if you are a very sensitive kind of a person, no, then थोड़ा तकलीफ है आपकी. काफी सारी बीमारियां पैदा हो जाएंगी, because you start taking no's, you start taking hurts, you start taking rejections personally. It's not about you, it's about the idea. It's about the idea, and maybe the time is not right, the proposition is not right, the situation is not right, the timing is not right. Yeah, but you don't have to take a no personally. And the idea about vision board, I would recommend, highly recommend, and this is why. How many of you are married here? Married? Okay. My question is to the men here. Have you had this, moment when you have come home very tired, right? And your wife also, she also had a hard day. And then you start eating the food which is not so lovingly prepared because she also had a, hard day. And one morsel inside. And he said, "Mawagini." And then your wife says, "Hotel mein aaya, घर पे आया ना, तुम्हारे घर पे आया ना, तुमको मालूम नहीं क्या किधर है मामा? मालूम है ना? तो जाके लेके आओ ना." And then this is what would have happened. You go to the kitchen, and the first thing you say is, "Where is the salt?" And your wife says, "Oi ke dekho, udhar hi रहेगा." And you're saying, "I can't find salt." And then she has to come, the poor thing. And where you're standing, right in front of you, she pulls out something and says, "What's this?" How many of you have had this experience before? Now tell me something. Was it that your eyes could not see the salt? This is the truth. Your eyes saw it, but your mind or your brain did not allow you to perceive it because your walk from the, the drawing room to the kitchen was like this. Where is the salt? And that's why the lesson, vision board. Yeah, everybody, if you want, you can repeat after me. Can you say, my eyes will only see that which my mind is is looking for. And that's why you should have a vision board. You know, something that will make you, you know, remember after all those no's, you come back and you don't, you know, forget that this is where I'm headed. Yeah. So vision board is something I highly recommend. Open a new door every day. And this I want to learn personally from him. Yeah. How does he open, you know, one door every day? Because I've been in training now for the last 18 years. Just imagine if every day I would have opened one new door, to shayad main idhar nahi rehta. Yeah. But there's something which I want to learn. But in terms of, you know, a decision and intent, that's a very powerful intent. Open one new door every day. And then, marketing tip, be brave. Yeah? Everybody say be brave.
Be brave.
Now also tell yourself, bolna aasan hai. Bolna? So who asked the question, you know, when do you say, okay, yaar aur kitna? I think you asked that question. Okay. I asked this question to entrepreneurs. How many of you desire growth? Okay. Then I asked this question. Good, you desire growth. But how committed are you for that growth? You know what is the difference? If you have a desire, if you have an interest, the question will be how long. But if you are committed, your response will be whatever it takes. Not how long it will take, but whatever it takes. Yeah? And so the question you need to ask is it just an interest? Is it just a desire? Or is it more than that in the form of a commitment? Just imagine, this will not happen, but just imagine, you know, you are in a hotel and the building is on fire, everybody is panicking, and you are down and you realize that your 5-year-old kid is still there locked in the room. Okay? Now, the question is, how many of you will analyze, कि भैया जाना चाहिए कि नहीं? If somebody says the only route is, you know, there is a small plank and from this building to that building, you know, it's maybe 8 feet distance, you can either jump or you can use such planks. How many of you will sit there and analyze and test the strength of the plank? And how many of you won't do that but will go and reach to your child and bring that child to safety? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Why? Because it's not about interest, it's about you're committed. You are committed, yeah? And that's why I just want to give us a framework. I can't give you the entire framework, but because he said brave, I want to connect the dots. Yeah? How does one become brave? One becomes brave when he or she is, yeah, and that is what gives you the courage, yeah. So it is a 4C model, yeah. In fact, 10 days back, one organization called me. They're a startup company, and they had some trouble, and I had to go there. And 2 hours I was with them, and I gave them the 4C. So, आपको मैं 4 नहीं दूँगा, 2 ही दूँगा, yeah. Once you are committed to this cause, the courage will automatically show up. Yeah, that's what I believe. That story was so good. I was reminded many years back, my first year in training, I met one guy, and this guy was in Taloja, you know Taloja? Yeah, Taloja, that area. And it was a factory, and this guy was an HR manager there, and had a lot of not only chips on the shoulders but chips everywhere. You understand what I mean? Yeah. And I am just brand new into training, and I go and show up for this appointment. So my point is about no, full stop, and then go. And this guy, I will not take his name because it's on record, and but this guy, he was like checking me out. You understand? Yeah. And he started asking me questions. Do you do this kind of programs? So I said, well, I'll check. So then he changed the questions. He said, tell me something about you. Have you read this book? I said, no. Do you have any idea about this psychometric tool? I said, no. And by the time, it was about 7 or 8 things he asked, all my answers were no. My no bol bol ke main ko sharam aa raha. Then he asked me, do you do workshops based on systems thinking? I didn't want to say no. So I said yes. He asked me, great. So can you tell me something about it? I said no. I'll have my boss, call you and he'll explain, but he will do this. And we, the meeting was over, but at least the solace was here. But when I came out, I thought, did this guy pull a fast one on me? क्योंकि systems thinking नाम का कोई चीज है क्या भी नहीं? That was my doubt. I didn't have a cell phone during those times, your PCO codes, and I called my boss. I said, "मैं बहुत, शर्म के मारे पानी हो गया आज." लेकिन quick question. This guy asked me, will you do workshops based on systems thinking? And my boss said, अरे वही तो करते हैं ना यार अपन। ये बोला वही करते क्या? बोला तू मेरे से मिल जरा। And then he handed me a book called Systems Thinking, written by a person called as Peter Senge. He's a guru who is the guru of gurus in terms of building learning organizations. Yeah. And truth be told, my book ko main chat gaya. Not only that book, but I devoured something like 450 books on psychology, personal development, and organization, culture transformation. 450 books. And you can do the math. It's about 3.5-4 year period. And as the same guy who could not finish one textbook from cover to cover. Yeah, it's embarrassing to say this in front of my daughter, but they don't take my example. But that's the truth. I didn't have the inspiration to complete one textbook cover to cover. But the moment I had this meeting, I was so embarrassed, saying, no. That day, I committed myself to be on this journey. Now, the person who embarrassed me is very much in that same organization. Yeah, every manager he has become, But pretty much, मेरे को लगता है कि सुई ज़्यादा हिला नहीं उसके लाइफ में. But as I'm talking to you, from that no, I have trained over 100,000 people already. So it's a power. How you see that no, and how you apply yourself to commit to a particular cause. And as you do that, the courage will come, and after courage comes, the third step is a miracle, and the fourth step is a magic. But that I can't share with you right now. Whenever we have an opportunity, I will definitely share with you. Was this valuable to you?
Yes.
Only 18 people said yes? Yes. Okay, so thank you very much. Thank you once again. Thank you, Shivani, for giving this talk. Yeah, she was the one who was working in the background, but Sutradhar, yeah, and the bigger Sutradhar there, yeah. So can we hear it for Alim's? Thank you very much.